Alright, so what's going on, guys? My name's Raylan, and welcome back to another video. The topic of today is a very interesting topic, in my opinion, and in the opinion of my friend Charlie. His channel is linked down below for the video idea. It's called the Whiteboard Effect. So, for those of you watching who have read the book Deep Work, the Whiteboard Effect is a very interesting effect because it plays on the brain's sort of primal part that still isn't very developed. And the purpose of the whiteboard effect can be manipulated in a way that will kind of skyrocket you very far in your self-improvement journey. And that's why I'm here making a video on it. If it wasn't important, I wouldn't be making a video on it. So let's start with the basic question. What is the whiteboard effect? So as I was reading this book, Deep Work, I would make notes on it. And I only took the most valuable of things that I would consider would help me and would help you. Now, the whiteboard effect says that in some cases, working with a partner at a whiteboard, aka competing with someone at anything, could be running, entrepreneurship, working out, will short circuit the brain's ability to avoid depth, is what I wrote down. And I would say that that's quite a valuable piece of information that we can expand upon. So expanding upon that, we come to the fundamentals, which is deep work. That's the purpose of the whiteboard effect specifically. But for self-improvement related, apart from deep work, I would say that your whiteboard effect comes into play whenever you're competing with one of your boys or with your competition, because your boys are there to compete with you as well as criticize you. So now, how can you capitalize upon the whiteboard effect? Now, the first step obviously would be to start making brothers, not friends, brothers. That's a very important word I said there, brothers. There's a very big difference between a friend and a brother. I've made a video on this. But to sum it up, a brother is someone who will be with you for life. Someone who's loyal to you, would literally take a bullet for you. I know for a fact that if my friend who I turned into a brother asked me to fly halfway across the country, I would get up right then and there and find some way to fly across the country because I am loyal to my brother. That's just how it works. So the first step would be to start making a brother. The second step, I would say, is to get a full grasp of the whiteboard effect. Now, how can you do this? Well, obviously, you would have to read the book Deep Work. Cal Newport, the author of the book, came up with this theory, the whiteboard effect. As I said before, it short circuits the brain's ability to avoid depth, aka go deep into something that you need to focus on. Now, the whiteboard effect applies specifically to you as a man because it is in your natural, primal, masculine instinct to compete with someone. Back in the day, you'd be competing with another man to sustain yourself. It's very important that you have that competitive urge inside of you. You need to reactivate it. And the way you're going to start is by reading Deep Work. I cannot exaggerate how important competition is. If you don't have competition on your self-improvement journey, you might as well stop. I will say it right here and now that if you do not have competition on your self-improvement journey, you might as well get off self-improvement. Who are you competing with? If you say no one, you lie. I can guarantee you lying. And if you really do have no one, stop self-improvement. As I said before, I cannot exaggerate the importance of competition. Really, I can't. If you don't have competition, you have nothing. Because you can't compete with yourself. Sure, you can compare to yourself. Now, comparison is an entirely different story because comparison, when comparing to others, can become very toxic. But you need to understand that there are people out there who are working harder than you. Now, as I said that some of you, a primal instinct that hasn't been awoken before would have kicked in, and you would have said, damn, there's someone working harder than me. I need to change that. And that was the whiteboard effect, my friends. You need to have competition, else you won't get anywhere. I can speak for this specifically because for the first few years of my journey of working out, before self-improvement and all of that, I wasn't competing with anyone. And as a result, of course, I didn't value discipline at the time, but I was very demotivated. I didn't want to work out because who am I competing with? It's fine. I can skip a workout for today. Maybe I can hit it next week. All that stuff was in my mind. I was coping. I was losing progress because I wasn't competing with someone. I wasn't saying, if I don't hit this workout today, my competition will. And they will be better than me. They will be stronger than me. The competition will drive you to compete and become better. And that's the most important thing in most fields, especially in the field that we're in, the self-improvement field. There's so many people getting into self-improvement. How are you going to stand out? You're going to see them. You're going to say, okay, there's a lot of people that are getting into working out. There's a lot of people that are doing entrepreneurship. And you're going to say, I need to compete with them. Those words need to burn into your mind. I need to compete with them. So, I hope you've learned something from this video. You need to compete with someone. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one.